I was able to do my field experience at the International Newcomer Academy, located in the Fort Worth ISD School District. INA is considered a junior high school as it has the grades 6th through 9th. There are a total of 597 students, with a 14.2 student per teacher ratio. The average teacher experience is 11 and a half years, while the average in Fort Worth ISD is 10 and a half years. INA is a very diverse school, with about 24 languages spoken and over 15 countries of birth. 100% of students are at-risk students, 80.7% of students are economically disadvantaged, and 99.7% of students have limited English proficiency. I was able to tutor an 8th grader in his social studies class. He came from Mexico and knows very little to no English. This seems to be the root of all problems. His guardian turns out to be his aunt, and they know nothing about his parents. His aunt informed them that he has had the same behavior issues in the school in Mexico. Regarding to abilities or disabilities, the teacher had said none. I don't believe my Tootie is comfortable with his peers, as he is afraid of speaking up because his classmates might make fun of him. Though the teacher has placed him in a group with higher achieving students, he has to be constantly redirected to do his work. His behavior has caused him to be suspended in the past, which seems to only push him back further. There is a total of 7 students, 6 Hispanic and 1 Asian. There is a mixed representation of instructional levels. My student is a 14-year-old male from Mexico. He does not have any diagnosed special needs, which might hinder achievements or his development. The diversity issue, which is challenging for this specific classroom, is the language. My teacher is able to help most of her students by using her second language, which is Spanish. My Tootie is willing to do the work but understands almost nothing from the lecture. I instruct the work in his native language, which is Spanish. Miss Alba uses a lot of visuals, such as worksheets and the Promethean board. This helps my Tootie as he agrees it's the best way for him to learn. Prior to studying at the International Newcomer Academy, my Tootie lived in Mexico. This was a culture shock, and it pairs up with his academics. His favorite subject in Mexico was history because the teacher made it fun. His least favorite subject was English due to the teachers having little patience with him. My Tootie's favorite subject in the current school year is math, as it is very fun for him. A way that he can enjoy his least favorite subject in this school year is for the teachers to have more patience with him and possibly to teach a different way. He requires the subject to be taught in a fun way so he can pay attention. We can plan better as educators, knowing the type of encouragement and guardian support our students have at home. The work we present to the students of limited English proficiency should be relevant and not overwhelming. We can keep the student engaged by asking these relevant questions on the material.